Hey, can we whip the camera around? Can everyone raise their hand who has an iPhone? Can we whip the camera around to show our guests? Can we whip the camera around? iPhone users? Okay, down. Android. Android?
Okay, we got a couple of Android folks in the house.
Even.
All right, there you go.
We need to have
who has a flip phone still? Larry?
Larry. He's the smartest one of all of us because he's not paying a lot for that flip phone.
But the common denominator here is none of us can survive without this form of communication, whether you use iPhone, Android, whatever. We all have one. All right, by the way, thanks to our guests in studio today.
Yep.
We've got Carry the Load.
Hypnotic Donuts is in the house.
Hypnotic Donuts. We've got some wonderful students, some future broadcasters of America right over there.
They're not even future. They're from Prosper, and they actually do their newscasts now. Can you imagine? They have their own studio, everything. Alexa, you didn't have that in...
No, I said I didn't have that in college. Times have changed, and to top it all off, we have the one, the only DJ LC. Of course, now they're telling us to wrap up. Coming up next here on News 8 Daybreak.
Hypnotic Donut Dash 5K is happening tomorrow. They've partnered with Carry the Load, and this morning we are talking to two people directly involved with the work that Carry the Load does. We have Josh Lewis, a veteran, and Jeff Hensley from eQuest Hooves for Heroes joining us this morning. Let's talk a little bit about this because we've got this 5K coming up this weekend, and this isn't necessarily directly affiliated with Carry the Load, but you are telling people when they're coming out there, hey, start thinking about this. Maybe go ahead and start thinking about making a donation now.
It's a great way to get people involved, raise awareness. We're 3 months away from starting the relay, 4 months away from starting the Dallas event, which will be 20 hours and 15 minutes of walking, which will be a lot of fun. You get a lot of people involved this year.
And you've been involved with it for several years now. Yes,
sir. I was involved when we walked the first year in 2011 at White Rock Lake, and had a great time out there. It was really a way for me to get rid of some of the anger and the loss that I've had over the years as a veteran, and connect with other vets out there who have experienced the same kind of tragedies I have.
It really gives you that ability to clear your head and to really do a lot of thinking out there, and it also gives you some time to sort of reflect on all of the people who've done so much for us too, Jeff. Talk about how important this organization is.
Well, I think Carry the Load, I mean, we do. A lot of us as veterans come back and we really struggle. And we struggle because oftentimes feel like we're the only ones that truly understand what Memorial Day is all about. And so the more that we can get that message out to the civilian population, the less of the burden that we're carrying. And Clint Bruce actually said it last year, I think, pretty well. He talked about, you know, I was angry when I came home, but the more people that start Carry the Load, the less angry I am, and I'm not mad anymore.
It's amazing how it works, and it's so simple, and it really does have a huge effect, and it also makes the rest of us, I think, that much more thankful and aware of what other people are doing on our behalf. So this event this weekend, they're going to be telling more people about Carry the Load and saying, hey, you know, think about donating. I suppose if other people have other events coming up in the months ahead, you would encourage them to do the same.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I mean, it's never a wrong time to get out there and at least show your appreciation through signing up, sharing it on social media. Donations are always great.
And again, the big event coming up Memorial Day weekend, but you can still sign up for the Donut Dash 5K. It's happening tomorrow. It's a separate event, again, from the big Memorial Day walk, but they have partnered with Carry the Load to encourage people to donate because that's so important. All of that money goes to some really great programs. At any rate, the race starts at 8 a.m. out at Fair Park. You can sign up, find more at hd-.com.
Oh yeah, a little News 8 Daybreak. Good morning.
Very patriotic people in studio this morning. We're talking about tomorrow's Donut Dash presented by Hypnotic Donuts, and it's all to help raise awareness about Carry the Load and their incredible work with veterans. We're back in a moment.
Hypnotic Donuts and Carry the Load in the house this morning. We're going to talk about the important work they're doing to help veterans, and we'll talk about tomorrow's big race that's coming up too. Stick around. You're watching News 8 Daybreak.
As we look ahead to Memorial Day this year, consider this. What does the day really mean to you? Well, to some it's a party, to others it's a day off of work. And frustration over those sentiments inspired veteran Clint Bruce to come up with a way to honor his fallen brethren and to share the pain that they endured to fight for freedom. And so, Carry the Load was born. Yeah. And Clint and friends joins us this morning. This was a couple of years ago. Set the stage for us. You were at a barbecue, and you were thinking about this.
So it was a Memorial Day morning, and you know, I'd come home after losing a bunch of friends and was continuing to lose friends because that's the nature of our craft, and just was really watching this apathy at best, and just distraction at worst on what this weekend was supposed to be. So I was at the barbecue with some great people and just not really doing very well. My wife grabbed me and she said, "Hey, listen, I know you disagree with all this," and she gestured to the weekend. And she said, "Listen, I've never known you to not do something about the things you disagree with.
So do something."
So do something.
And you did.
I did.
And you started walking, which is what you said you did mostly when you were in the military. You were walking. And you were walking for your, and it grew from there.
You just do. I mean, that's a quintessential military thing. Is you do a march, and you know, we want to walk because we want to hear the stories about the people that you miss, and you can't run and talk, or I can't run and talk. I can.
No, I can't either.
Yes. So it's an opportunity for us to slow down and go, "Hey, who do you miss?" and tell me
who you're walking
today.
for.
Yeah.
And so Channel 8 is a proud partner we want to mention,
absolutely.
and we have been along for those walks, and they start in a different state, and you slowly make your way back to North Texas. And I want to know, how far do you think we've come in changing those sentiments of people who may not understand what you've been through?
Well, the numbers tell the story. I mean, you know, so we're in our 4th year. We've given away more than 2.2 million. We've walked with more than 50,000 people in the last 3 to 4 years, and the numbers just continue to grow. You know, we're in Dallas, Texas, and a lot of people here have lake houses. And in Reverchon Park, we have 15,000 people on the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend.
That's right, where it culminates.
You know, you can go to carrythelode.org and kind of hear the story and see the map and look across the United States and see where you have people you care about and say, "Hey, 5 miles at a time, we're going to be walking so we can hear the stories."
And I want to know, are you as angry as you were?
I'm not.
From that barbecue?
Yeah, I'm really not, and that's what's been great. I mean, my wife tells me that I kind of walked it off, and
this has really changed you.
It has. It's smoothed a lot of rough edges for
and
me
I'll
and
tell
others.
you, that day at Reverchon Park, it's a great event for the family.
It's fun.
So again, you know, take your kids. I took my kids. It's a great way for them to truly learn what the day means. And by the way, to help further spread this message, don't forget that you can sign up for the Donut Dash 5K. That's tomorrow. Now, this is a separate event from the big Memorial Day walk, but they do partner with Carry the Load to encourage people to donate. That race starts at 8 a.m. Fair Park. You can sign up and find out more at hd-.com. And of course, Channel 8 is a big partner with Carry the Load, as we mentioned, and we're going to be talking a lot about this and seeing you a lot over the next couple of minutes.
Come for the donut or the dash tomorrow. It doesn't matter.
It's a good way to start training.
It's a good way to train. And we want to thank Carry the Load for coming out and being with us this morning on Daybreak. Don't forget these folks, when Memorial Day rolls around, be a part of it this year. It really does bring a lot of meaning to the holiday.
WFAA
that does it for us
proud
today.
Partners.